Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Work Right Planner. My name is Erica. I am so glad that you joined me today. Welcome to my channel. I hope you consider subscribing and following along. If you enjoy budgeting and planning type of stuff, this is the place for you. I am going to set up my August personal budget in this video. Right now we are on the calendar view because I like to have kind of a big picture view of what's going to happen with my month before I set everything up. So we'll just jump right in this. What I'm going to do is, I love colored pens, so I'm going to use my green pen to mark my paydays in here. So my paydays for my first job are kind of weird. Actually, what I might do so you can see this better is just, yeah, we'll do that. And the 30th. And then my paydays for job number 2 are the 13th. And the 27th. That could have looked better. Sorry. Okay. Now, the bills that I like to make note of, just to kind of see when they're coming, are anything that is going to send me a message. So there are certain things like my sinking funds, I don't put those on here. My cash envelopes, I don't put those on here. But anything that's an actual bill that the amount's going to come due at some point, that's what I'm going to put here. So since I've already got this side turned up, my car payment is due on the 5th. My guilty pleasure is due on the 7th. By the way, you all, I would not pay full price for this if my life depended on it. If you are paying full price for this, call them and tell them you want to disconnect your service. They will lower your bill. So there's that. I should be coming due sometime soon on calling and telling them that I need to cancel because my pricing is going to expire. My internet is due on the 19th. Let's see. My utilities and the car insurance are due on the 28th. I do want to make a note while we're on the note section that back to school is happening right now. My fiance and I are not on one specific budget, so I don't have to budget for this, but I make a note of it so that I can just keep in the back of my mind that we've got some back to school stuff that needs to be dealt with. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot of financial stuff about August that I necessarily need to keep note of. Okay, so the first is going to be mortgage, my student loan, and the storage payment. The cell phone is due on the 2nd. Streaming services on the 9th. Credit card is due on the 11th. And I believe that's everything. Now, most of my bills come due the first 2 weeks of the month. Like I have I have 3 bills due at the end of the month. So if I divided these out by paycheck, I would have no money out of my 30th paycheck because all of the bills come due before the 15th. Well, all but 3 of them. And then it would seem like I had a surplus of money at the end of the month. I don't like to do things that way. So what I have done, number one, was use things like my income tax refund to get myself a month ahead. That way I don't have to worry about that. And my goal over the course of the month is just to put that money back so that the next month I have the money to send the bills out as they're due. I don't give companies my money. I hold the money, I pay it when it's due. But that's kind of how I handle that because aside from the second job, getting paid twice a month instead of every other week or every week sometimes is a little bit rough. And for people like, the military and some teachers where they only get paid once a month, that's really rough, y'all. Been there. But yeah, that's how I do that. When I first started doing my budget, I sat down, I made a list of everything, what their prices were, and my initial thought was I'm going to break this into, I'm going to pay this large one on this one and this large one on this one. And that's more or less how I have it now because I'm a month ahead. But it was really hard to do before I got to that point. Anyway, okay, so we have our overview of how things are going to fall. Let's go here. Okay, so for job number 1, we have an estimated income coming in of $1,524.44. That amount does not change. So there's that. For job number 2, I actually got a pay raise with job number 2, and I needed to see how it affected my last check or my net income because, of course, things are all weird now when you fill out your, is it the I-9? I don't remember. Whichever form it is that you fill out that determines your taxes. Things are all weird about that now. So you can't really project what percentage of tax they're going to take out of your check. You just kind of have to roll with it. And whatever they take out is what they take out. And you can add more if you want to, but these are projected to be about $300 for this month because I'm only expecting 2 paychecks. The side hustle, given that last month was in the negative, I'm going to project that at 0. And then, of course, any miscellaneous would be 0. This would be more of unbudgeted type stuff. So that means that my gross income, or not gross income, but my total income for the month is $1,824.44. Okay, so that is better than what it had been. I'll take it. Okay, so let's look and see. I have already done the joint bill comparison that Eric and I do so that I know what my amounts are that need to go toward the household bills. So we're going to $112.59. The natural gas, I'm going to contribute $18.77. For my cash envelopes, we're going to have $323.80 budgeted. For my streaming services, $10.48. My sinking funds, that's going to be $194.05. Murray State is budgeted $75 because I'm going back to my true debt snowball, and because I've already paid off some debt during 2021, those payments should have rolled toward this one. So my minimum monthly on MSU is going to be $25, but my minimum monthly on those other bills had already been paid off. So I'm going to budget the $75 for MSU, and we're going to try to knock that one out as much as we can. We will see what happens. So $175. My credit card is getting $23.35. Debt snowball should get whatever is left, so we'll see what that comes out to. We're gonna do $188.34. Storage will be $75. Cell phone is $99. My internet is $33.36. Car insurance is $66.19. I want to encourage you guys to check on that every so often, because I was paying considerably more than this for full coverage insurance until somebody was like, hey, check on this company. And sure enough, I'm like paying a third of what I used to pay. That really helps the budget. So you might love your company, but their pricing may not love you. So check into that every so often. The accident insurance is going to be $23.76. Oh, the car payment. I hate that thing. $342.20, and then Canva is $12.95. So let's tally these up. Is $843.80. Okay. Over here, I think the debt snowball should come out to $41.21. So let's do some math and make sure that this comes out right. All right. So that is going to be $980.64 in variable expenses. And the reason that I know that that comes out right is because this number plus this number equals that number, which means we are zero based. That is the plan for this month as far as the monthly budget goes. Now, I know most people do their paycheck budgets one at a time as the month comes. I am a Dave Ramsey fan, so I like to have a plan for my money before the money comes. So let's get that put together. Okay, hello everybody, I'm back. Funny story. I paused this to go to the bathroom and came back and my ring light had died, and fun times. So I apologize for the weird lighting. I am going to try to figure this out, but the rest of this video might be a little weird, and I apologize. Okay, let's get this done. Now it's time. We've already done, and I apologize, this is like 5 or 6 days later. I don't remember where I left off, but it is time for us to do our allocated budget. So we're just going to break this down into paychecks. Now, of course, I have an Excel spreadsheet that helps me do this very, very quickly. If anyone is interested in having something like that, it's not a pretty spreadsheet, although I could probably make it one, but it is functional and it gets this done so quickly. But, okay, so my paychecks are going to fall on the 13th and 27th for this job, and then the 13th and 30th for this one. So I'm just getting the 4 paychecks this month. For this one, we need cash envelopes. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm anticipating this one to be $150. We need cash envelopes. We'll get $32. Sinking funds, we'll get $116.92. And then my debt snowball will get $9.08. And that all is $150. Okay, so we'll have another $150 paycheck on the 27th. We've got cash envelopes, 52. We'll have sinking funds, 45. We've got our streaming services. We'll have $2.57 going toward that. We have the bank fee, $3. Canva, $12.95. The debt snowball will get $32.13, and my student loan that I'm currently paying will be $1.90. Now this paycheck should be $755.16, and these very rarely change. So from this one, I have cash envelopes, 104.25. I'll have sinking funds, 1668. Car payment, 342.20. Car insurance, 66.19. Electric, 112.59. Natural gas, 18.77. Internet, 33.36. Low, 23.35. Kia, 37.77. That's everything for that one. And then this next one should be $769.28. So I have the mortgage, $188.34. My cell phone, which is $99 because I'm still paying on my very stupid iPhone that I don't recommend. Cash envelopes, it's going to be $143.55. Streaming services is $14.30. Storage, $75. Sinking funds, $15. My accident insurance policy, $23.76. My Murray State University is going to get $75. And Kia always gets what's left over. And that's going to be $135.33. Okay. And that's everything for the allocated budget. So now the last part of setting up the monthly budget that I do is the sinking funds. So I of course have my Amazon Prime, and the starting balance for that one is going to be $77. I have a birthday sinking fund, and that has $75.62. I have car repairs, and that is $624.55. Christmas is $743.78. Cocoa, which is my protein, I have $1,144. I do anticipate having to place an order before the end of this month, so that will go down considerably. I have my Sam's membership. That right now has $30 in it. I have supplements that I save for. It's $46.88. And the taxes and tags for my vehicle. Lots of people forget those, but if you save for them throughout the year, they're not that bad. It has $116.16 in it. That is all that I have in the way of sinking funds at the moment, but I left extra spaces in case I decide to add some as we're going along. So that comes out to be $2,857.99. So there we have that. Okay, that is everything for this month. I'm sorry for the weird lighting at the end of the video, and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next